carb loading 101, all right? So around your workout, that's a really great time to go ahead and consume as many carbs as you can. Of course, you want to have a protein with it because of protein synthesis. It's going to help your body metabolize those carbs a lot quicker, a lot easier, and shuttle nutrients to the muscles. So especially if you have a hard time adding healthy weight, carbing up around your workouts is going to be so important. Anytime you work out, you're breaking down the muscle tissue and it needs nutrients to rebuild those muscle tissues. So if we're not having our protein and we're not having our carbs around our workouts, we don't have any nutrients replenishing that glycogen that's getting depleted in our muscles. So therefore they're breaking down, but we're not allowing them to build back up. So I'm gonna give you guys a few amazing tricks that might help you go a lot further with your carb intake around your workout. Because for a lot of us, it's a lot to take in. I know for me, pre-workout, I use about 50 grams of carbs. Post-workout, I use up to 75 grams. That's as much as my body can handle at a time. So you've got to work with your coach, work with your macros, and figure out what's a good intake for you. But if you're trying to add muscle, then I would definitely say at least a fifth of your carbs for the day. I recommend a fourth at least, but some people would rather do a fifth of your whole carb intake for the day. You want to really put around your workout. So I'm going to show you some tricks to be able to get these carbs in a lot easier than you might know. And I'm going to start with the most basic tip. So this is a major go-to for a lot of us, MRE powder. And like I always say, I don't have any contracts with these supplement companies. I just tell you guys what works for me. So I'm not getting a kickback on this, but MRE is by far one of the best pre and post-workout meal replacements you'll come across. It's got a load of carbs and a load of protein. It's about, let's see, 2/3 of your intake is going to come from protein when you use this. So that means that it's going to have a lot more carbs than protein. So what you might have to do, and what I like to do, is I'll do about 3 scoops of this, and then I'll add in a scoop of pure whey protein. So that way you're getting enough protein in with your carb intake. But again, you're gonna have to do a little bit of math, figure out how many carbs to protein you wanna have pre and post workout. But I highly recommend Redcon MRE powder. This is awesome. You might have already heard of this if you've been doing this a while, so I'll go ahead and tell you some other tricks as well. Rice cakes are super easy post-workout. There's nothing wrong with them. And you can choose any flavor you want post-workout. That's another point I'll make is if you have a sweet tooth or you like sweet things from time to time, have sugar after your workout. I know it sounds nuts, right, to like build sugar into your plan, but sugar's not bad. It's how we use sugar that's bad. It can be highly addicting. If we use it when we don't need it, we add extra fat to our bodies. But if you use sugar post-workout, that's going to give you so many more carbs. And at that point, your glycogen is so depleted that that hour window after your workout, your body's gonna be consuming that sugar for rebuilding muscle. So it's all, in a sense, it's gonna be shuttling it straight to your muscles. So if you have a sweet tooth, use it post-workout, or if you just need to get a lot more carbs in and you're not able to, a really good go-to is honey. As you can see, I'm almost out. But honey is awesome. If you look at the carb intake, for every serving, actually well, it's not on here, but it's about 17 grams of carbs per tablespoon, I believe. And it varies depending on the type of honey you get. So that's a ton of carbs in a tablespoon of honey. So you can take your rice cakes, pour 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey on there, depending on what you need, and you're probably gonna get half of the carbs you need, if not more, from your post-workout meal, just from the honey. So if you tend to get really full and you feel bloated, honey's a great go-to. But again, I would use that post-workout because your body's gonna be in a state that it's gonna use it most efficiently. If you use it pre-workout, your body hasn't increased its heart rate, it hasn't been breaking down the muscle tissue, so it doesn't need that sugar pre-workout. But use it post-workout, way more beneficial. Now, everything else I mentioned is great pre-workout. The rice cakes, the MRE, what I'm gonna tell you next, those are good go-tos for pre-workout. So the next thing I'm gonna tell you, and this is probably the biggest game changer, is Rice Krispies. Rice Krispie cereal. The macros on this are amazing. It pretty much has nothing in it except for carbs from starches, and that's ideal pre and post workout. So what I'm about to show you, you can use with rice or you can use dry oats. But what you're gonna need is a blender. So we're gonna go ahead and use a measuring cup. You wanna measure out as much as you need before you use your blender. So for me, 2 cups is pretty good because I like to have about 50 grams worth of my Rice Krispies post-workout. And then you're gonna go ahead and dump it into the blender. Okay, so check out how much easier that consistency is gonna be to get down. This is 2 cups worth of Rice Krispies. So this is going to be about 50 grams of carbs I'm adding to this shake right now from starches. So again, you can also use dry oats for this if you would prefer. But I've already got my whey protein mixed in this. So this is whole food I'm mixing in here right now with these Rice Krispies. Shake it up real good. So this shake right here has 50 grams of carbs, 50 grams of protein. And I guarantee you it's not gonna be sitting on your stomach the way that whole food, eating it straight off your plate, is gonna sit. So it's gonna be a lot easier to get down. Now, if you talk to a nutritionist, they're gonna say, hell no, do not eat that many carbs and protein in one sitting. But keep in mind, you're not. You need to be sipping on this shake for at least 30 minutes. So leave the gym, start sipping on it, and try to drag that out, but do get it into your body in that hour window post-workout. You can also use this pre-workout. Again, just allow yourself to drag it out a little bit. Don't chug it right as you pull into the parking lot. Give yourself at least 30 minutes to chug it and allow it to digest as you go. Try these tricks and let me know how they work, you guys. Let's carb up and get some muscles. Boom.